Hey, I'm going to go over your Delta Math assignment for E-Day number 3. This will be solving inequalities. You actually have 2 assignments, but both of them only require you to get 5 correct answers. So you're only going to have to do 10 correct answers total, but you do have to do both assignments. I know that's a little bit confusing, but it is what it is. Anyway, here's our first type of problem. So when you click on that first assignment, it's going to say basic algebraic inequalities L3. It's going to have this right here. And what you're going to have is a problem that looks like this. And it's going to ask, select the values that make the inequality m divided by -4 is less than -2 true. Then write an equivalent inequality in terms of m. And then it also says, and this is important, numbers written in order from least to greatest going across. So these numbers are from least to greatest as they go across. And that's just a good hint, a good clue for you. So what I'd suggest you to do is to write down your problem on a blank sheet of paper, some kind of scrap paper, notebook paper. I'm using printer paper, whatever you have, you're going to solve these problems. I've done quite a few of them, and most of them are done, you could do them with mental math, or you can do them with your computer calculator if you don't have a school calculator, okay? So here's my problem, m divided by -4. So if I'm dividing, to undo that, I have to multiply by -4. Now remember, when we multiply by a negative number, like we're doing here, we have to change that inequality. So I'm going to change it right away. Then I'm going to continue on my problem. Those cancel out, leaving me with m on the left. -2 times -4 gives me a +8. So m is greater than 8. So here's what I would do. I'd fill this part out first. M is greater than 8. Now, if you need to do a negative, you can just press that dash button before your number to get a negative there in that box. Anyway, so now what we have to do is we just have to choose which numbers here, which solutions make this inequality true. So is 0 greater than 8? No. Is 4 greater than 8? No. Is 5 greater than 8? No. Is 7? No. Is 8? No. Is 9? Yes, 9 is greater than 8. And then if 9 fits in, then 11 will, 12 will, and 16 will, because if 9's greater and 11, 12, and 16 are greater than 9, then it will all, those will all be solutions. So double check your answer. M is greater than 8. M is greater than 8. We're good. You can submit your answer. Now, for you, when you click on this yes, it'll either tell you that you have the wrong answer and you have to try again, or it'll give you a green check mark. Mine will tell me right away. So there's my green check mark that I did the problem correctly. And then I can click on new problem and it'll give me another problem. I'm going to do one more here. Let me find. This will work. Actually, let's see. Let's find a different one. Already done one like that. I'm being picky about the one that I want to do because I want to give you a good example of a negative answer. And also flip the sign. Well, I don't think we're getting it. Oh, here we go. Okay, so 8m is less than 80. So, or -8m is less than 80. So here's my problem. I'm gonna work it out. -8 times m, so the opposite of that would be divide by -8. Remember, whenever I divide by a negative, I have to flip my sign. Then I finish my problem. That cancels out, bring down my m. 80 divided by -8 gives me a -10. All right, the reason why I wanted a problem like this is because I have a negative answer and I had to flip the sign. So that's a little bit tricky. So m is greater than -10. Remember, negative, we just push that dash, 10. There's my answer. Okay, so m is greater than -10. Now I have to choose my solutions. Now, that's why I put this number line. If we go to Google Classroom, right next to your Delta Math link, you go to this number line, and here I have a number line, -20 to +20. That might help you. So if m is greater than negative 10, we got to think about what numbers are greater than negative 10. Here's my negative 10. And which direction is greater than? Well, remember, if I was here positive 10, greater than would be 12 or 14 or 15 or 17 or 25, right? Because as we go to the right, it gets bigger. So here's my negative 10, and the same goes for negatives. As I'm moving to the right, my numbers are getting bigger. So anything to the left is going to be smaller. Anything to the right is going to be bigger. So I need m is greater than negative 10. So I need any number that's to the right of negative 10. And that starts at negative 9. And then negative 7, then negative 5, then 0. I didn't include negative 10 because I don't have that equal sign. So now we're going to submit that answer. Are you sure? There's my green check mark. Okay. So now the next assignment then is this inequalities in context. They're word problems. So you have to find the inequality. This might be a little bit trickier, but it's nice that it's multiple choice. So it says a shipping container will be used to transport 60 kilogram crates across the country by rail. The greatest weight that can be loaded into a container is 27,000 kilograms. Other shipments weighing 12,300 kilograms have already been loaded into the container. Which inequality can be used to determine C, the greatest number of 60 kilogram crates that can be loaded into the shipping container? Well, here's my information. We're moving these crates that are 60 kilograms. We want to know how many of those 60 kilogram crates we can fit in. The maximum is 27,000. And I already have 12,300 in my crate. So I'm going to do 12,300 plus the 60 kilograms per crate. And I'm going to compare that to my maximum, which is 27,000 kilograms. Okay. The amount that's in my container, a shipping container, has to be less than or equal to the maximum weight that it can hold. So here's my inequality. So I'd suggest, again, you write it down first and then you look at your inequalities, because here, like, sometimes they have it first. And if these are flip-flop, then we also have to flip-flop our inequality. So it could be 27,000 is greater than or equal to 12,300 plus 60C. Okay? So it could be flip-flopped. But if we flip-flop the number in the equation here, we also have to flip-flop our inequality. So let's take a look here. Here's my answer. Which one looks correct? We've got A, B, C, or D. Here's my problem. So this one looks the same as my problem. It's the, oops, that is not the right one. Hold on. Here we go. Here we go. Sorry. We have the 12,300 plus the 60 per container. And we compare that to the 27,000. 27,000 is going to be greater than or equal to the weight of my container. So this is my correct answer. Let's check and see if we got it right. Yes, green check mark. So read these problems. You can use process of elimination to figure out, well, I know that I have to multiply. This is very similar. Look, 80 kilogram crates. And we want to know how many crates. Well, if I'm going to do 80 kilogram crates, I know I have to multiply 80 times C. So it's got to be this one or this one, and it can't be one of those. And then you have to think logically which one works best, which one makes sense. All right? So use process of elimination and do the best you can. Remember, you always have two choices. So if you really can't figure it out, but you can eliminate it down to two, you choose one. And if it's not correct, let's see, then you choose the other. So let's say that you choose this one. You submit your answer. Yes. and it says, no, you're incorrect. It'll let you choose again, but I want you, if you're really not sure, use this resource. It tells you how to solve these problems. It explains it to you, and it tells you what's right and what's wrong and what you did wrong. So use those resources. All right, let me know. You know how to get to us if you have any questions. Good luck.